Good morning and welcome to For Life Kitchens. Today we are baking whole wheat bread.
And I'm doing it with my daughter Erin. This is fun.
Yes.
We have been doing bread in the last couple of months, and we wanted to do something different. We're into einkorn. We love einkorn. I eat it every day. But there are those who like a little softer bread. And einkorn's soft when it first comes out of the oven, but they want a little softer for sandwiches. And I thought, I got to perfect this. So what we've done, we ground our own wheat with a Como grinder. She's been grinding all the wheat, in fact. Yeah. Has that been fun?
That has been very fun.
It was a gift from my family, and I'm very thankful because it's hard to buy me anything. So here I got a Como grinder. We're using red hard wheat. It's got great flavor, great texture. But here's the problem with whole wheat bread. And you probably know this, but let's tell them anyway. What did we discover when we were using bread flour that we buy from the store, like King Arthur or any other bread flour? What did we find out?
There was no bran.
I took a cup of the flour I ground and used the sifters that you buy in the store that are the kind you crank. A tablespoon and a half of the bran was removed per cup. Now, but guess what else? Look at this. I used my finer sifter. It's really a fine, not a sharp edge bran that remains, 1 tablespoon and a half. So that means, not counting the wheat germ, I'm still getting a lot of fiber in my bread. So why buy bread flour that has no bran? It's not going to be as healthy.
Nope.
The kids love soft bread. I mean, I remember when I was a kid growing up, everybody ate Wonder bread. There was no wonder in it. The wonder was, where's the bran? Right. But we wanted to make a healthy bread. So we're going to make this bread and show you how we do it and the ingredients. Why don't you, since you're learning, tell them what we're up to.
Take 2 tablespoons honey and 2 tablespoons of olive oil and dissolve in warm water. Sprinkle 2 teaspoons of our favorite yeast on top and let rest for 5 minutes or until it begins to foam. Mix in 2 teaspoons of salt with the flour.
This is 650 grams of whole wheat flour. We're going to use 420 grams of water, or basically 1 3/4 cups plus 2 tablespoons.
So we have left our yeast for about 5 minutes.
It's foaming.
It's foaming up. So we are ready to stir it and then place it in the flour.
Shouldn't take more than about 60 seconds to mix this up. My hands are clean. My mother always told us when we were kids, make sure you always got clean hands. And so just stirring it up. That's pretty ragged right there. But what I'm going to do is come in, and because I don't want to over knead it right now, just want to mix it up good. This takes a couple minutes total. There we have it. And it's sticky for a little bit now. Put a lid on it or plastic wrap. We'll see you in 30 minutes.
We are back, and we are going to go ahead and look at our whole wheat bread. And it has been
Did it rise?
Did it rise?
Whoa!
Wow, that's amazing. Look at that.
All right.
So it definitely rose, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to knead it.
Generally, we put in about 2 tablespoons of flour. It depends on the moisture content. You get used to this by feel. And that's sticking really good to the bowl. It tells me we're going to need about 2 tablespoons of flour. You know, this is a new thing for Erin. She's becoming a bread maker. My little grandson, I one time he was getting so frustrated with me. I said, "Are you a bread maker or a troublemaker?" And he's 4 years old and he says, "You're the troublemaker." I couldn't believe it. And so here we go.
Really nice and fluffy. Like
Nice
consistency.
This is going to be great, and it still has bran in it, folks. I mean, this is not your typical off-the-shelf flour that stripped everything away. You can go buy whole wheat flour, but you ought to run it through a sifter and see if any bran remains, because that tells you how well you're doing with your fiber. You probably going to need a little bit more, you think?
Yeah.
And just use the heel of your hand like she's doing, and we'll just get that in. So as long as it's not coming off on your hands, you're going to be in good shape.
Really good.
Yeah, I like the looks of that.
Yeah.
You only need to do this about 3 minutes. Let me feel.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels good.
Doesn't that feel nice?
Then, yeah, when you bring it up like this, now I can feel it coming off a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, that tells me that we need about another 1/2 tablespoon.
Okay.
Go ahead and get that wrapped in there good. Okay, that ought to do it because I get it to the point where it's tacky but not sticky.
All right.
And let's see if that's good. Got to get that in.
Fold that
Okay,
in.
just like this, we'll get it in. See if that's going to, let's just see here real quick. Okay, go ahead and do that a little bit more.
Okay.
And I think that's going to do it. You can build up muscles doing this.
Oh, yeah. Don't even need to go to the gym. Who needs the gym?
Okay, now see if we can roll that into a ball.
All right.
And I'm going to take a little olive oil and put it in my bowl. And
That's a nice dough.
yeah, that's very nice. Okay, put a lid on it. How long are we going to let it rest?
We are going to let it rest 30 minutes.
No? Okay.
No, we are going to let it rest
How long are we going to let it rest?
15 minutes.
15 minutes, and we're going to come back and do a fold.
Yes.
Okay, be
Meet
back
you
in
back here.
15 minutes. So this time, and you really just want to stretch it, so I'm going to say fold.
You want to go ahead?
But you want me to do this one?
Yeah, you go ahead and do that one.
So this is, it's really, you're really wanting to stretch the dough. So, I'm not typically doing it this way, but that's how you get pizza dough. But the idea behind stretching is to not overly affect the gluten. There we have a little bit of a rectangle.
That's nice.
Come in like this, here, here, and here. That's all you're going to do. Put it back in the bowl.
Let it sit.
Get my thing out of the bowl. Let it sit for 15 minutes.
Okay, so we have let it rise again. Let it sit
15 minutes.
15 minutes, and we're going to take a look. And as you can see, it looks amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going
I'll
to
take the
fold
bowl,
it.
get it out of the way.
We're going to go ahead and fold it. Ooh, it's really light and fluffy.
And it stretches very nice.
It's very nice.
And then we're going to shape it. And this is something, have you done the shaping before, or is this going to be the first time?
I think it's going to be the first time.
Okay, so
yeah.
I'm ready.
All right, so do you want to go ahead and do
And
the
just
fold?
go ahead and do the fold.
Okay, so in
Just like that.
and over. Back.
Yep.
And
Fold in the
then
ends.
Over.
Now, the challenging part about this, I'm going to show you something, is when you start to do the bread, I like to use my fingers and tuck it in because it's open, and then I can go and get a little dry spot on my work surface, and then that helps me bring this in a little better so it doesn't break apart. So just pinch it in. And then try that once. Just try turning it. And
All right.
Get that feel for that.
All right. Oh, that's interesting.
Feels good?
Yeah, that's really neat. And you can see it forming.
It's good.
Okay.
Seam side up.
Seam side up, so.
There we go. Hey, you did a good job. My grandson just threw it in when I work with him. We'll let it set for 30 minutes. And look how these have risen. This whole wheat loaf we made, and then we made another updated einkorn. What I like to do is put my bread on a piece of parchment. Then I'm going to score it. For some reason, the serrated knife does a better job than anything else. So I scored that, and I'm going to coat this with olive oil. There we have that. We're going to take the 400-degree Le Creuset pan out of the oven. We have a very hot pan.
Yes.
Just drop it in there, make sure it's centered, put the lid on. And this is the einkorn loaf that we made. It rose wonderful, so we're going to put both of them in the oven together. That makes life a little bit easier.
We'll go ahead and do this. We have this on 400. Looks amazing.
We let this rest for an hour, and now we're going to cut it, and my daughter's back. You look different.
You noticed?
Whoa, I mean, that's what my wife always wants to know if I notice. All right, you must be going somewhere. Yeah. Okay, so let's cut into it so we can show these good folks what we have.
That looks delicious.
So here we go.
And this was the whole wheat.
This is the whole wheat.
Wow.
And it's soft. I mean, this is the thing that's so amazing. My son's coming over tonight, and he loves to dip this. Oh, Isn't that delicious?
That was really good. Very delicious.
This is not complicated to make. And signing off, let me just encourage you to make this for your family. Keep the Bran because it's healthy fiber. Hey, look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks. We're back.
Why is she so goofy?
Where do you think you got it from?